Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Sue Rakowski, and with me today is Heather Fagan. And Heather, you have a new Latin American restaurant. Please tell me the name.
Doña Marina's.
Okay. Does that stand for something, or?
It is. It's a nod to my grandmother.
Oh, neat.
She is still living in Managua, Nicaragua. That is, she's a dual citizen, so she travels back and forth between there and the States.
Wow.
So she was my inspiration to start cooking.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what I can expect. Now, you're at the atrium and in a pop-up situation right now.
Yes. So I don't have set days during the week. Everything is, we use it on an hourly basis. Okay. So we have a website where we go on, and then we see what time slots are available. So I might book a 5-hour time slot just to prep food for 2 menus for the week.
Okay. So it's going to be different all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Some of them I've been on repeat a little bit lately just to try to kind of push them out there.
Okay.
But for the most part, I want to try to introduce at least 4 new ones every month.
So what would a typical menu look like?
There's always rice.
Always rice?
Always
okay.
rice.
That's a staple of Latin American food?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes it's Spanish rice, and sometimes I do gallo pinto, which is rice with small red beans.
Okay.
And it's all about how you cook the beans.
Okay. And then tell me about that.
So
beans, I think, oh, that seems pretty simple, but no?
No, because you don't use canned beans.
Okay.
You have to use dry beans. And then you add a ton of vegetables, so you make almost like a vegetable stock that you cook them in. And then the specific seasonings that you use. And one of the tricks is that you never use the same spoon twice when you're testing the food. Yes.
Okay.
So when you're just going in a stir or anything like that, always grab a new spoon.
Okay.
I don't know if it's actually a real thing or if it's just the way that my family did it, but I will never use the same spoon twice.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Well, I don't mean after I put it in my mouth.
Sure.
Or anything,
No.
But
Right. Oh, interesting. So what would the other courses be, or other parts of the meal?
So there's a lot of citrus used.
I love citrus.
Specific for the marinades. Almost like every type of sauce base or marinade has oranges and limes, and specifically bitter orange, which is very difficult to find. But if you can go to, so I frequently make trips to Mexican Town, and I go and I get giant bottles of bitter orange.
Okay.
And those are used often for the base of our nacatamales, which is it's like a tamale, but it's wrapped in a banana leaf, and it has, there's usually more, there's like rice, potatoes, corn, meat. Sometimes people use dates, capers, olives.
Wow, what an interesting, mix of flavors. I'm getting very hungry actually talking to you about this.
And it can seem overwhelming, if you've never had it before. But you'll be surprised at the way the flavors mix together and how interesting they are, and how good it is.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll talk more about this yummy new Latin American restaurant, or pop-up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on Spotlight.
The St. Clair County Department of Veterans Affairs is here to serve those who have served, military veterans and their dependents. Call and make an appointment to discuss and apply for benefits to include health care, disability compensation, and community services today at 810-989-6945.
Welcome back to Spotlight. Still talking to Heather Fagan about this yummy Latin American food that you're cooking up at the atrium on a pop-up basis at this point. Tell me more about your Facebook page and how I can find out when you're open and what I can choose from and that type of thing.
Yeah, so as of right now, it's strictly Facebook.
Okay.
I haven't decided to use a website yet just because I don't have a consistent menu, and I don't want to confuse people and have them think that I have everything all the time and then be disappointed.
Sure.
So in the spring, I will actually be moving to a permanent location at Wrigley Hall, which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
I think that Dan and Larry have done an excellent job in bringing such a unique space to the community that's really going to liven it up, I think.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the Wrigley Center. We had Dan on recently, and it sounds like it's going to be quite a mix of food and fun and activities and that type of thing. So, so you're going to have a permanent smaller space or bigger space? Or?
Yes. So it's the framework for this space is based off of these places. They're called fritangas, and they're in Miami, and you find them a lot in like Dade County area, like Fontainebleau, and like Little Havana.
Okay.
And so basically they're like this quick service, and there's people line up out the door for hours. That they come through and they do, everything sits in wells. And then they pick like combination plates, like I want this, 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 and then
Okay.
they get charged by the item.
Okay.
So it's going to be based off of that. So a lot of the food requires a large amount of prep time, but then the service is super quick.
Okay.
Because everything's just ready to go.
Okay, well, very good. So that's coming in the spring.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There's not really a date yet, but I know tentatively spring.
Okay, well, very good. Well, is there, and again, the best place to go for information is Facebook.
Yes. And feel free to like, share,
Okay.
let people know the days that we're there. And usually I will be there for a couple hours or until we sell out.
Okay, very good. Well, name of the restaurant again.
Doña Marina's.
Okay, well, be sure to check it out. Great Latin American food pop up at the Atrium.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And thank you for watching this edition of Spotlight.